Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video, I will be creating two looks with a palette that was recently gifted to me. I could not believe it, and as you can tell by the title, it is the Natasha Denona Retro palette. And Darcy, the brand owner of Saints, Angels, Sinners, gifted me this palette. I could not believe it. She sent me a bunch of stuff, a bunch. She spoils me so much. She sends me a lot of PR and just a lot of really fun things. And I did just do a video showing you guys like my eyeshadow palette haul. And, you know, obviously she included this and the Saints, Angels, Sinners palettes and the highlighter and whatnot, but there's also like candies and, oh, and the lippy and just other like skincare type stuff, and, you know, just really kind, really sweet. And I just want to say a huge thank you to Darcy and also say, I love you to pieces. Not just because you spoil me rotten, but I just love you to pieces. I mean, Darcy and I are pretty good friends. So I think what I want to do today in this look is a softer look and then do like a deeper, more maybe vampier look in the second look. How many times do I need to say the word look? So I think for this particular look today, I'm going to start off, I just said it again, I'm going to start off with Go-Go in my transition area and then put some Amara, Amana? Is it Amara or Amana? Hold on, let me grab my glasses here. It sucks getting old. It's Amara. Okay, wonderful. And then I think I'm going to use Glitz on my lids as well. Just, you know, softer, easier maybe look today. And I know that Natasha Denona has like cream to powder formulas, and yeah, I don't really know what that is in here. Just bear with me. If you're wanting more detail about Natasha Denona shades, this channel is probably not the place you're gonna, well, it's not the place you're gonna find it. I would seek out somebody else. But yeah, so cool. And I don't really have a lot of experience with Natasha Denona palettes other than their smaller ones. I do have the Jubilee, and I also used to have the Peak and the Ayana palette. I gifted those because I just really wasn't using them. Nothing wrong with the palettes. I just really wasn't using them. And of course, both my brows are done, and this eyelid is primed in the P. Louise eyeshadow base in Rumor 01. Again, I'm going to start off with Go-Go. Put that in my transition area. And like I said, I don't have any problems with any Natasha Denona palette I've tried so far. I just, in my collection, those two just really were not getting used. The Ayana palette, though, I don't know. I liked it, but I just felt like a lot of the shades looked very similar on my eyelids, you know? I wasn't getting a lot of options maybe in my looks. I used it like 4 or 5 times and I just was like, meh. And this is gorgeous, very pigmented. I do feel very fancy using a larger Natasha Denona palette because I am way too cheap to purchase these on my own. So yeah, this is fun. And yeah, this is blending beautifully. I mean, this is basically just like it's applying itself, you know, I don't have to futz around too much with it. It's just going on beautifully. And I love my Real Techniques brushes. If you guys have not yet tried Real Techniques eyeshadow brushes and face brushes, I mean, they're all really nice. And I usually pick mine up at TJ Maxx because they usually have those there and they're on sale. And I think I got this set. There was like 3 brushes in the set for like, what was it, like 10 bucks or something? I mean, I think that's pretty damn good for 3 brushes that work really well. You know, why not? I love that. I think it's gorgeous, very pigmented, and it looks really pretty. So now, like I said, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Amara or Amara and put that just, I think just in my crease, because I think I really want to put this glitz shade across my entire lid. Let me use one of my Blend Buddy brushes to do this. I'm getting more used to my Blend Bunny brushes. I mean, I liked them from the beginning, but I don't know, they're just a little different than some of the other brushes I use. I know I've said that before, but it just took me a little bit of time to kind of like get used to them for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm such a weirdo sometimes about things. I've mentioned in multiple videos that I'm not a big fan of change. And so anytime there's like any kind of change, even if it's minor, I get a little weird about it. But you know, it's stupid to buy a brush set and not use the dang thing. So I am using my Blend Bunny brushes and I'm just getting more used to them and I really like them. They're nice, very nice. And this is a very pretty shade too. Very nice. It's deepening up the crease quite nicely. Yes. And of course, I'd like to know if you guys have this palette and what other Natasha Denona palettes you have in your collection. I would love to chat about that in the comment section. The Jubilee, out of the little ones, I did hold on to that one because, oh, that is so gorgeous. The shimmers in the Jubilee palette, they're so nice, so nice. Oh, they're just stunning. And it was so funny. I remember the very first time I filmed with that. I filmed with it shortly after I got it. And there's that dark blue matte that's in that palette, and I thought it was black. And I put it on my eyelids, and I'm like, it's blue. Like, I just felt like the biggest dork on the planet, because who does that? Who sits down to film a video and doesn't know the colors that are in the palette? Just gonna go back and forth here a little bit. Yeah, love it. Okay, I do have a horrible edge, so I'm gonna go back in with my little Techniques brush, go back into Go-Go just to skosh, and just kind of go around the edge of the Amara shade just to make that look a little bit more blended. Not quite so just slapped on, and this is blending beautifully. Wow, yeah, that's really nice. Because sometimes it takes me a hot minute to get that edge calmed down, and this, no, not at all. It's wonderful. Hooray! So now I'm gonna go into Glitz, this beautiful shimmer shade. It's kind of like pink with some like goldy stuff. And put that across the entire lid. And just to give you a little update on my grandson, he's getting his first molar cutting through his gums, his first big boy tooth. So that's really exciting. My daughter called me and texted me actually, and she said, this is pretty light though. Is this more like a topper shimmer? Actually, I think I just need to get a little bit more on the brush. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, perfect. I mean, this is kind of a subtle shimmer, but I just did not put nearly enough on the brush, and I'm kind of making a little bit of a mess of this shade, but I'll get it unmessed up. Anyway, my daughter did text me and let me know that he was getting his molar, that she felt in his mouth, and here's this big honking tooth coming through, and that he just was not sleeping very good, because that hurts. It's so funny because my kids' pediatrician and her pediatrician also told myself and her, whatever, that teething doesn't really hurt kids. I'm like, have you been around these kids when they're teething? It does too hurt them. It does too. How could it not? I mean, you know, they have these teeny tiny tender little mouths and these big honking teeth coming in. Give me a break, especially a molar. So anyway, she wasn't really sure why he wasn't sleeping very good, and she was nervous that maybe he was getting sick because she and her husband both were sick. But no, I think it's just the tooth coming through, and this is just a stunning shade. And this has given me exactly what I wanted. I just wanted a nice, soft, simple look today. And it has this like light pink, but some like bright light gold in it too. I do have a ton of fallout, but that's not really the shadow's fault, it's mine. So I will go back into Amara just a little bit and just kind of go around this edge of the shimmer just to, I don't know, make it look a little nicer, I guess. And Wesley has, I think, a total of 8 teeth now. He's getting some chompers. And it's just so cute because he smiles and he just has like his top front 2 teeth and then like a couple teeth on the bottom. He looks like a little baby beaver. So cute. Love it. So, I mean, you know, I'm only using 3 shades today. I might use one of the darker shades on my lower lash line today though. But, you know, simple look, quick look, but very pretty, I think. You know, very, very pretty. And I'm just going to go around again with this brush, nothing additional on it, and just blend one more time. Always a lot of blending going on in this room. A lot of blending. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. This always looks weird. I usually fix that with my base products. But I will go off camera, clean this up, do my other eye, lower lash lines, face, hair. I will come back. This is the finished look, and I love how this look turned out. It gave me exactly what I was wanting, a soft, quick, easy look. And I really like the performance of the shades that I used out of the palette for this look. 4 shades, but I love it. I love how it turned out. And of course, I'll show you the palette again, recap the shades that I used before I move on to look number 2. But before I do that, let me show you just a few things I put on my face for my finished look. On my lips, I used a combination of 2 things. I used the ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Oh Behave. I just thought the brown would look really nice because I did use a brown liquid liner on my eyelids, which I'll show you here in just a minute. And I just really like the shade and I like the formula of this lipstick. And then I wanted to make it look a little glossier, so I grabbed this beauty from Pat McGrath Labs. This is in the shade Wicked Whispers or Wicked Whisper. Darcy did throw this in with my goodies too. This is a really nice gloss. It feels really nice. I mean, you can't see the color, of course, because it's over a darker lip shade, but very nice gloss. Really feels nice on the lips, and I think it adds that glossy sheen that I was wanting. And then for my upper lids, I use the L'Oreal Infallible Super Slim, is that it? Yeah, liquid liner in brown. I just thought brown would look better than black. I thought this would look a little softer, and I really love how this performs. Super cheap too. And then for my mascara, I did use the Nobu Cosmetics Nobu Lash again. Yep, just gonna keep using it up. And then for my lower waterlines, I used the NYX Professional Makeup Jumbo Eye Pencil in 630 Cashmere. Really pretty, just soft, kind of, I don't know, peachy gold color. And you know, it works okay in the lower waterlines. It's not perfect, but it's okay. It just adds a little sparkle down there. And then also for my highlighter and then in my inner corners, I use this beauty that Darcy also threw in with my goodies. And I don't know how to say the brand name. Let me grab the box. It's like CHL, I think, O apostrophe IOR. And it's the Multi-Chrome Rainbow Highlighter. And it's gorgeous. And I have it on my face. And like I said, also in my inner corners. It's so pretty. I love it because you can see all the fun, colorful reflex on my face with this. So now let me show you the palette again. Natasha Denona Retro palette. Look 2 will be coming soon. And I really enjoyed using the shades that I chose for this look today. The shimmer shade, I think maybe would be more suited for a topper shade, but I do think it did really well on its own. It took me a little bit of layering to get it to really look as opaque as I wanted it to look, but it's beautiful. Light pink and light gold, shifty, mixy stuff. It's beautiful. And then I did use this shade here called Apart on my lower lash lines. This definitely seems like a cream to powder to me because it seemed kind of creamy as I was putting the brush in, and then powdery on my lower lash lines. Put that on my lower lash lines. And I also put this shade here, Amara or Amara. And I love these 2 shades together. Beautiful, just blended beautifully. Such an easy look to put together. I'm already digging this, loving this palette. So without any further ado, let's get on to look number 2. Alrighty, so look number 2 with the Natasha Denona Retro palette. And this look is gonna be deeper than the first one because I just, like I said, wanted to do a simple, easy, light, or I don't know, look. And so now I'm gonna be going deeper into this baby. And I think what I'm gonna do is start off with this shade right here. And this is called Nude Mauve, and put that in my transition area. And then go a little deeper as I get into the look here. And I do have a brush, my BH Cosmetics brush, shocker. Because normally when I sit down to film, I really don't have my brushes ready to go. Sometimes I do, but not usually. And the look that I created yesterday lasted really well throughout the day. Really well. It looked really nice. Like when I got home from work, my husband even said, "Oh, you look really pretty." Oh, thank you, honey. Because there are times when I will come home from work and my eyeshadow looks a little suspect, a little bit. But not so with this palette, at least not yesterday's look, so that's awesome. And I will say that I really like Natasha Denona's matte formula. I mean, granted, I don't have a ton of experience with her matte formula, but the mattes I've used thus far from Natasha Denona in this palette and then the other palettes I've had, really like them. Really like them. Yes, I do. And this is a very nice nude mauve shade, you know? It's going on the lid nicely. It's blending out nicely. It's wonderful. Yes. So I think for now that looks really nice. So I want to deepen up my crease. So I'm going to go into this shade here called Groove. It's kind of like this mulberry wine shade, and put that on my crease. And I am going to be doing a get ready with me video and talking about some weird things that have been going on YouTube lately. But I will touch on it just a little bit in this video. I have several folks, friends of mine, subscribers of mine, who have reached out to me on like Instagram and let me know that they are getting like banned from commenting on YouTube. And I'm not going to name names here because I don't know who's listening to this, and I'm maybe being paranoid, but it's just so bizarre because the people that are getting banned and getting warned that they are getting banned, or warned that they might no longer be able to have like a channel or whatever on YouTube so that they can continue to comment, are people who would never in a million years say anything nasty or mean or that would warrant them getting banned from YouTube. Ever. Ever. I mean, not even remotely close, okay? And one of my friends actually shared with me the comment that she had put on someone's video. I'm not sure whose video it was, but I don't think it was mine. But she got taken off like a timeout from YouTube, like commenting. And the comment was very innocuous. I mean, I don't understand what the hell's going on and how I feel about it. And I will go into more detail about this in my other Get Ready With Me video, because I have a few things I want to talk about. But how I feel about that is, leave people alone, YouTube, okay? Because I have the ability to stop people from commenting if I don't want them to comment, right? I can take their comment off, I can hide them from my channel or block them or whatever. And the people that are getting this, these warnings or getting told that they can't comment, or, you know, I think they take them off YouTube for like 15 hours or something, like they just can't comment. I'm gonna go back in with this brush, nothing additional on it, just blend that out. And I love this shade, the groove shade. These people do not deserve that at all, and they're not saying anything that would warrant it. So where was I headed with this? I think what I was gonna say is, oh, I already said that. Duh. I can take them off if I don't like the comments, you know what I mean? So I don't get it. I don't get what's going on here. But it's very frustrating. And, you know, oh, another thing too that I noticed is that I responded to a couple of people in my true crime video, right? I just did one about Gary Ridgway, and I responded to some comments and they took my response off. Like, I don't need you to take my own response off of my video in my comment section. Like, get it? And I didn't say anything. I didn't think I said anything bad necessarily, or I just, you know, was agreeing with the person's comment. That was it. So, I mean, unless I thought I responded, but I know I did. I know I responded. Anyway, it's just very strange. So I'm not sure if you guys are experiencing this, if you have a channel and you're having your followers or subscribers telling you that this is happening, or as a viewer or subscriber, you're having it happen to you. I mean, if you're having it happen to you, I don't know that you should tell me that in the comment section, because it'll just get taken off and you'll get banned. But it's really frustrating, and I'm pretty pissed off about it, actually. Okay, so I think that looks deep enough. I mean, I could go deeper, but I think we're okay for now. So now what I want to do is put this shade here, and this one is called Rebellion, in my outer V, and maybe into my crease just a little bit too. That's what I'm going to do next. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes the shenanigans that go on here with YouTube, I'm like, stop it. I don't get that. I never have gotten that. This actually might be a little lighter than the shade I put in my crease. Oh well, we're gonna make it work. It's gonna work. It's gonna be just fine, but that's a really pretty shade. And is this one of those cream to powders too, maybe? I am not good at figuring that out. And I do have the box that this came in, but I didn't see anything on the box that said like what the textures were of the shades. And I probably could go on to the Natasha Denona website and find that out for myself, but I just didn't do that. But this is a gorgeous shade. Wow, very pigmented, and applying lovingly. It's wonderful. I love it. Yeah, really nice, really pretty. Although I think I should have swapped the Groove and the Rebellion shade, but that's okay. You know, you live and you learn. And that's the cool thing about makeup, is that, you know, you can try new things. If it doesn't work, you don't have to do it again the next time, whatever. But yeah, I think this is working just fine. It's gorgeous. It's really pretty. Yes, I love that. So I'm just going to take this brush with nothing additional and blend that out a little bit. And I do have some stuff there, but I could care less. Couldn't care less. I say that wrong all the time. It's couldn't care less, not could care less. Because if you could care less, then you're not caring less enough. So for the shimmers, that's kind of where I'm stumped a little bit here. I really want to use this one. This one's called Swing. It's this kind of like, I don't know, purpley, burgundy shimmer shade. And then this is so beautiful. This is called Psychedelic. I like this one too, though. That one is called Jude. We have this one here. This one's called Hello. Well, let's start off with this one. This is called Swing, and I'm going to put that right here. And then I think what I might do, I do want to try the other shimmers, but this is so beautiful that I think I'm just going to put these two on the lid today. And as far as that glitz shade went from yesterday, I think that would have looked nicer if I had used that as a topper. What I should have done in hindsight is I should have put the Amara shade down across the entire lid and then pop the glitz shade over the top of that. That would have looked a lot better, I think. This is gorgeous. Very pretty shade. And it's very like liquid metal looking. Oh, that's pretty. Yes, I love this. Very nice. And it just applies like a dream, you know? I mean, I did spray the brush. I don't know that I needed to spray the brush. I'm not going to spray it this time. Because it's a very nice, like thick, buttery, rich formula. And I mean, I am getting some fallout, but whatever. I don't care about that. Fallout doesn't really bother me unless it's like a ton. I mean, they're powders. When I don't know, when I see people like getting really pissed about fallout, I mean, I can understand it when like you have your face makeup on. That's really annoying. Or like if the shadow kicks up and then pan and it just blows up everywhere. I mean, yeah, that's annoying, but I mean, if you think about that in context with the rest of the world and what's going on, a little bit of eyeshadow and an eyeshadow palette, not that big a deal. So I think I'm just gonna keep using this brush. I'm gonna clean this off on my microfiber towel. And I always make my phone shake, so I apologize if you feel like you've stepped into a tornado. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into psychedelic, baby. Oh yeah. And this is kind of, I mean, this is similar to the glitz shade, but it's lighter and brighter, I would say. And just make sure I get enough on the brush. Look at that. Probably too much, but that's what I do. All or nothing, all or nothing. Okay, so this is gonna go right here. And, oh yeah, I put way too much on the brush. It's okay. I can just keep smushing it and it'll do what I want it to do, I think. Yeah, it will. And I might have to use my finger, which is fine with me because I don't have any problem with that. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. And I am just gonna take my finger and kind of mush that little chunk of shimmer down. Yeah, that worked out just fine. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. Jeez Louise, alrighty. Yeah, this is beautiful. Oh, that's such a pretty shade. That is gorgeous. And I love the way the two of them look together. I think I will, though, just go in with my fingers a little bit with, that's a little too much again. And just kind of add a little bit of that back, or add some more to it, I guess. Not add it back, just add some more. And make sure that those two shades are like jiving together nicely. And again, I'm getting fallout, but that's my own damn fault for putting too much shadow on my finger. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty. And now I want to go in with Swing and add some more of this too. And this feels very creamy. The Swing shade, this shade here, it feels very creamy to my finger. So is that a cream to powder? You guys, I don't know sometimes what I'm talking about. A lot of times I don't know what I'm talking about. So feel free to correct me or help me out in the comment section. Whatever moves you, go for it. So I think what I'll do is go back into Rebellion and just, add a little bit of this back here. And my desk is actually pretty cleaned up. I'm very proud of myself because like I've mentioned, sometimes it looks like there was a real big party or something in here. It looks like, like maybe several people like came in here and just had a makeup party. Even though I'm just sitting here by myself, it looks like several people were using their makeup in this room. And when I leave for work, the Bitsy Boo, my Bitsy Lou, she likes to sleep on that bed. And my husband, when he gets home from work, because he and Bitsy are madly in love with each other, he'll come in here and chat with her. And he'll text me and be like, how many videos did you film this morning? I'm like, 1. He's like, 1? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back into Groove and just add a little bit of that back too, just kind of around the shimmers here into this area as well. He just thinks it's funny. He's like, well, it looks like 42 people filmed with you. I'm like, no, they didn't, it was just me. I would like to know if any of you, your space looks like that after you're done filming or doing your makeup. I mean, you don't have to have a channel. Just if you get done doing your makeup and you're like me and you have to race off to work, Does it look a little scary hairy in your makeup room? Okay, so now I'm going back around with this brush, nothing additional on it because I don't really feel like I need anything additional on it, and just smoothing that out a little bit. And I am digging this look. This definitely gave me what I was wanting, which was the deep and the bright. Maybe not as bright as I thought it was going to be, but I still really like the shade. It's very pretty. Okay, so I feel like I'm pretty much done with this. I do have some fallout, so I'll go clean that up, my other eye, the rest of my stuff, and I'll come back. So this is finished look number 2, and I really do like how this look turned out. I'm trying to decide if I like the first look I did better or this look, and I don't know that I like either one of them better than the other. I like them both. They're very nice. And of course, I'll show you the palette again, recap it for you, give you my final thoughts and feelings about it. But let me show you just a few things I put on my face for this finished look. On my lips, I used a Revlon Super Lustrous Bullet Lipstick in the shade 463 Sassy Mauve. Now, this is not the most exciting lip shade in the world, I know that, but I really like using these lipsticks. I've had them for quite a while. I got a set of these at TJ Maxx, and they're still working really well. And I really do like this shade, and I think this shade does look nice with my eye look. And then for my lower waterlines, I used a ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Piggy Bank. Now, this is more purple than I probably should have gone for. You know, it's pretty hot purple, and I don't know that the hot purple looks really good with the eyeshadow shades I put on my lids today. But you know what? I put it in my waterlines, it's staying there, and I love this. And then for my upper lid liner, I used the Fatal Beauty Black Like My Soul felt tip liner, of course in black, and love this product. I love it. It is such an amazing black felt tip liner. I love having it in my collection. And then let's see. Oh yeah, for my mascara, of course, I use the Nobu Cosmetics Nobu Lash again. I love this. So now let's talk about the eyeshadow palette, Natasha Denona Retro palette. And I had a lot of fun putting these looks together. This is a gorgeous palette, gorgeous. I will say though, that out of all the shades I used, I know I did not use all the shades, and I've only used this palette twice, I get it, but the mattes I liked better than the shimmers. The mattes were just this amazing formula, or formulas, because I know there's like the regular mattes and then the cream to powder that I can't tell which is which. I'm pretty sure this one is a cream to matte, or no, cream to powder matte formula. I don't know. But I really enjoyed applying the mattes, blending them out. They were beautiful, kind of just blended themselves and very pigmented, just lovely. And I did use this shade here called Mod to blend this shade. This one is called, what is it? Nude Mauve. I used this shade to blend this shade out in this look. I didn't do it on camera, obviously, but really like that shade. It's really nice. I loved this shade here, Rebellion. This shade here called Groove, lovely. I love the mattes that I used in the first look. Just really nice, really a great formula, or formulas. Now, let's talk about the shimmers. This shade right here, Psychedelic, looks very bright and vibrant in the pan. I also popped a little bit of this in my inner corners. But this towards the front of my lids, I don't know, it's just not as bright and vibrant as I thought it might be. And maybe it's because I paired it with this shade here called Swing. This is gorgeous. Love this shimmer. It's more of a satin. Absolutely beautiful. Now, this shade that I used in my last look called Glitz, it did look beautiful on its own. It really did. But I think it would have looked nicer, and maybe it was intended to be more of a topper shimmer. So the next time, if I'm going to use this shade, the next time I use this palette, I'll pop it over a matte and see how I feel about it. And I did not use these 3 shimmers, this one, and that one. So I will do that eventually. Of course I will. But I really feel like I don't know, I like the mattes better in this palette. When I was thinking about the Natasha Denona shimmer formula, I was thinking about the Jubilee shimmers and how just, whoa, those are. And I don't know that these are so, whoa. They're nice, but they're not as like life-alteringly amazing as the shimmers in the Jubilee palette are. But I am thrilled to have this in my collection. I love this. It's gorgeous. I will say that I do have other palettes in my collection that I could create similar looks with. I do. But really nice to have a fancier palette in my collection, and very grateful and very blessed that Darcy did send this to me. It's a very special gift in my collection, and I'm very, very appreciative to have it. So of course, I would like to know which look you guys like the best, the first look or the second look. I think I got what I wanted. You know, I wanted the softer, simpler look the first go around, and then the deeper look this go around. I definitely got that from both looks out of that palette. for sure, totally. And I would also like to know if you guys have this palette, what you think of it, what combination of shades you guys like to put together. We can have a nice chat about that in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video, but in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself, be well, safe, happy, and I will see you soon. Bye!
Drop it.